In this video, we'll be discussing very important topic called mixtures. As we all know that from topic mixtures, we'll be getting questions frequently in many competitive examinations, and the number of marks you're going to get something like 3 to 5 marks in different competitive examinations. And this topic is like really simple. We'll be looking them in with really wonderful and unique techniques to solve these questions. So first we'll be looking at some basic questions, followed by really complicated questions further when we go on. And whatever the examples we're going to discuss now, all these are nothing but examples that were asked in previous examinations. So all these questions were answered in previous examinations. We'll be taking those questions and we'll be solving those questions in a smart way. Okay. And if you have not yet subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to our channel and click on the bell icon as well, so that you'll be getting the notification once the video is uploaded. Let us look at what actually mixture is meant and how to solve these questions. Okay, so first I will be showing you a traditional way of solving the question, followed by a smart way of solving the questions. And once you are following the smart techniques, these questions can be answered in just fraction of seconds. Okay, fine. Let us example, you have two vessels. You have two vessels where milk to water ratio. So two vessels where you have milk and water. Let us say in the first vessel, milk to water ratio is nothing but 3:4. And let us say in the second vessel, milk to water ratio is nothing but 5:2. Now both these vessels are mixed in a large container. And if they ask you to find what is the ratio of milk and water in the mixture. Now both these vessels are mixed in large container, then what is the ratio of milk and water in the new mixture? Now anyway, you know how to solve these questions in a traditional way. First I will be showing you a traditional way, followed by smart technique. If you're trying to solve them in a traditional way, first you need to know what is milk quantity. Milk quantity in the first vessel is like 3 parts out of total 3 plus 4, 7 parts. Milk quantity is 3 out of 3 plus 4, 7 parts. In the similar way, milk quantity in the second vessel. In the second vessel, milk quantity is 5 parts out of total 5 plus 2, 7 parts. Milk quantity is 5 out of 5 plus 2, 7 parts. Next, similarly, you need to look at water as well. Now, if you look at water quantity in the first vessel is 4 parts out of total 3 plus 4, 7 parts. Water quantity will be 4 out of 3 plus 4, 7 parts. Next, water quantity will be 2 parts. Out of total 5 plus 2, 7 parts. Okay. So this is like milk quantity. This is like water quantity. Milk quantity in the first vessel is 3/7. Milk quantity in the second vessel is 5/7. Water quantity in the first vessel is 4/7. Water quantity in the second vessel is 2/7. Now when you add them, LCM is anyway 7. 3 plus 5, it is going to be 8. And LCM is anyway 7. 4 plus 2, this will be 6. Now 7 and 7 gets cancelled, and look here, 2 goes here 4 times, 2 goes here 3 times. So we can say that ratio in the new mixture is nothing but 4:3. Now if you observe here, actually to solve this question, this calculation is not required. These questions can be answered directly without doing all this calculation. Then how to solve this question in a smart way without doing this calculation? Simple. It's really simple. Just concentrate and listen here carefully. First, in the first vessel, milk to water ratio. Is nothing but 3:4. In the second vessel, milk to water ratio is nothing but 5:2. Now if you look here, milk and water combined together, total how many parts? Milk 3 parts, water 4 parts, total you will be having 7 parts. Okay. Next, in the second vessel, milk 5 parts, water 2 parts, total having 5 plus 2, 7 parts. Now whenever the parts are same, then what you can do is like you can directly add the ratio. Instead of doing the calculation, you can directly add the ratio. If you're going to add this ratio directly, 3 plus 5, it will be 8. 4 plus 2, this will be 6. Now you can cancel it. 2 goes here 4 times, 2 goes here 3 times, which means we can say that the new mixture ratio is going to be 4:3, which is same as whatever we got earlier. Okay, now as simple as that, if you look here, 3 plus 4, you have total 7 parts, 5 plus 2, you have 7 parts. Whenever the parts are same, you can directly add the ratio. 3 plus 5, it's 8, 4 plus 2, it's 6. Now 2 goes here 4 times, 2 goes here 3 times, ratio will be 4:3. Now you may have a doubt, sir, what happens when the parts are not same? Yes, even if the parts are not same, you are not supposed to worry about that. I am here to help you. Okay, so just what you will be doing is like, when the parts are not same and how the questions look like, what are the different variations you come across this in examination, we'll be taking look all of them clearly. Just what you do is like, you watch this video completely. When you watch this video completely, you'll be coming across various variations that were asked in previous examinations. So by the end of this video, you'll be having a clear idea about how to mix the mixtures, and we'll be looking at how to mix with respect to 2 vessels, 3 vessels, 4 vessels, 5 vessels. And once if you know the concept, the number of vessels, whether it may be 1, 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6, it's not really matter, I think. Okay, let us look at first example. 2 vessels contains milk and water in the ratio 8:7. So there are like 2 vessels. First vessel contains milk and water in the ratio 8:7, and the next vessel contains milk and water in the ratio 4:11. Now we're asked to find if both these vessels are mixed in the ratio 1:1, find the ratio of milk and water in the new container. So both of them are mixed in the ratio 1:1. Now if you look at it, 8 plus 7, this will be total 15 parts. Next 4 plus 11, this will be total 15 parts. Now as I told you, whenever the parts are like same, you can directly add the milk quantity and the water quantity. 8 plus 4, now this will be 12. Next 7 plus 11, this will be 18. Now 6 goes here 2 times, 6 goes here 3 times. So we can see that ratio is nothing but 2:3, which means milk to water ratio in the third vessel will be like 2:3. So answer for this question will be 2:3. Now you may have a doubt, what happens if the parts are not same? Yes, you need not worry about that. We'll be coming across even if it is like not same, how to solve that. Okay, so let us look at one more example. So next example, it was saying in this way, 2 vessels, milk and water in the ratio 9:7 and 5:11. So milk to water ratio, first vessel is like 9:7. First vessel 9:7, and next vessel it is like 5:11. Now you're asked to find what is the, if both of them are mixed in the ratio 1:1, what is the new mixture ratio. Now if you look here, 9 plus 7, this will be 16. 5 plus 11, this will be 16. Now both are like same. When both are same, directly you can add them. 9 plus 5, 9 plus 5, this will be 14. Next 7 plus 11, this will be 18. So 2 goes over here 7 times, 2 goes over here 9 times, which means we can say that ratio is nothing but 7:9. So simple questions. Let us look at next one as well. Let us look at next question. 2 vessels contains 3 liquids A, B and C in the ratio 2:3:5 and 3:6:1. So now it is like 2 vessels where you are having 3 mixtures A, B, C. Now first mixture A, B, C will have in the ratio 2:3:5, and the next mixture you have ratio 3:6:1. Now if you look here, total parts 2 plus 3 plus 5, this will be 10 parts. If you look here, 3 plus 6 plus 1, this will be 10 parts. As both are same, you can directly add them. When you add them, 2 plus 3, this will be 5. Next 3 plus 6, this will be 9. 5 plus 1, this will be 6. So we can say that ratio in the new mixture of 3 containers ABC is nothing but 5:9:6. Let us look at next example. A and B are 2 alloys of tin and copper. By mixing metals in the proportion 13:11 and 5:7 respectively, if equal quantity of 2 melted and third alloy, the proportion of tin and copper in the C will be. So initially it was saying that tin to copper. So tin to copper, the ratio is like 13:11. So tin to copper, this will be 13:11. And next it is like 5:7. Next it is like 5:7. If both these quantities are mixed in a third alloy, then you are supposed to find the ratio. Now if you look at 13 plus 11, this will be 24. Now 5 plus 7, this will be 12. Now if you look here, this is not same. Now this is 24, this is 12. Now what I need to do is like, if I need to make same, what I need to do is like, I just need to multiply this with 2. If I multiply this with 2, 12 into 2, this will be same as 24. When I multiply with this 2, the whole ratio has to be multiplied with 2. When I multiply the whole ratio with 2, then what happens is like, this will be 2 into 5, 10. Next 2 into 7, this will be 14. Now this is like 24, this also will be 24. Now this is like 13 ratio 11. Now I can add them directly. 13 plus 10, now this will be 23 ratio 11 plus 14, now this will be 25. So you can say that ratio in the new mixer will be 23:25. Let us look at next example. Two vessels contain milk and water in the ratio 5:7 and 7:9. If these two vessels are mixed in the ratio 1:1, the ratio of milk and water in the new mixer is. So you have like two vessels, milk to water. So two vessels, you are having milk to water. Initially it was in the ratio 5:7. Later the next vessel is having the ratio 7:9. If both of them are mixed in the container, what is the ratio of milk and water? Now if you look here, 7 plus 9, this is like 16. Now if you look here, both of them are like different. As both are like different, now what you can do is like, if I need to make them same, what I can do is like, I can take LCM of these numbers, 12 and 16. We can say that 12 and 16 LCM will be like 48. So we can take LCM as 48. So if you take LCM as 48, 12 how many times 48? 12 4 times it will be 48. So this will be into 4. Next, in the similar way, if I take LCM as 48, 16 how many times 48? 16 3 times 48. Now this will be 7:9 into 3. Either you can do in this way or you can calculate them in this way as well. As it is 12 and 16, what you can do is like, you multiply this with 16 and you multiply this with 12. As it is 16, multiply this with 16. As it is 12, multiply this with 12. Now what you can cancel both of them as well. If you cancel them, 4 goes here 4 times, 4 goes here 3 times. Even this will be 4 and 3. So instead of taking LCM, what you can simply do is like, you can take the below parts and multiply it above parts and multiply it below, and then you can strike off them. So even then you will be getting the same one. Now what happened? 5 into 4, this will be 20. 4 sevens 28. 3 sevens 21. 3 nines 27. Now 21 and 20, this will be like 41. 7 plus 8, this will be 15. So 1 and 5, this will be 55. So we can say that ratio is nothing but 41:55. Now these questions can be solved easily. Even if it's like not same, it is simple. If they are not same, what you will do is like, you just take LCM. Once you take LCM, you can make them equal. Once you make them equal, again the same procedure. You will add them on ratio and then you will be coming across the resultant value. Let's look at one more question. So next question, it was saying you in this way. So what it was saying is like, two vessels contain milk and water in the ratio 2:3 and 3:4. So you have like milk to water ratio 2:3. That is like one vessel. Another vessel is like 3:4. If they are mixed in the ratio 1:1, what is the resultant ratio of milk and water in the new container? Now if you look here, 2 plus 3, this will be 5. Now 3 plus 4, this will be 7. Now either you can take LCM, or I told you, multiply below parts above parts below. Now if I do this, now what happens is like, this is 5, multiply this with 5. As this is 7, multiply this with 7. So below parts multiplied above parts multiplied below. Now what happens this one? 7 into 2, 14 ratio. 7 3s 21. Next 5 3s 15 ratio. 5 4s 20. Now when you add them, 14 plus 15, this will be 29 ratio. 21 plus 20, this will be 41. So we can say that resultant mixture of milk and water ratio is nothing but 29:41. Simple. Even if they're like different, it's simple. You can take the LCM, or you can do is like below parts multiplied above parts multiplied below. Once you do the calculation, then simply you can come across the values same. Once they're like same, you can directly add them. Directly add milk, directly add water. So ratio will be 29:41. Let us look at next example. Two vessels contains 3 liquids ABC in the ratio 1:2:3 and 4:3:1. So you have like two vessels where you are having mixture ABC. In the first vessel, it is in the ratio 1:2:3. In the next vessel, the ratio is 4:3:1. 3:1. If both the vessels are mixed in the ratio 1:1, find the ratio of 3 liquids in the new mixture. Now you're supposed to find the ratio of 3 liquids in the new mixture. Now what happened? 1 plus 2 plus 3, this will be like 6. Next this will be 4 plus 3 plus 1, this will be like 8. Now what you can do, either you can take LCM, or as I told you, multiply the below one with above, above one with below. You can do the same as well. If I take LCM 6 and 8, LCM will be like 24. If I take 24 LCM, 6 how many times? 4 times. So multiply this with 4. 8 how many times? 3 times. Now this will be like 3. So when I do that, 4 into 1, 4, ratio 4 into 2, 8, ratio 4 into 3, 12. In the similar way, 3 into 4, this will be 12. Next 3 into 3, this will be 9. Next 3 into 1, this will be 3. Now you can directly add them. 4 plus 12, this will be 16. 8 plus 9, now this will be 17. 12 plus 3, this will be 15. So we can say that resultant mixture of ABC ratio will be 16:17:15. Simple. If they're not same, take LCM and you can multiply them, you can get the answer. Or simply below different parts multiplied above, above different part multiplied below. Even then you can calculate them and you can add them directly. Let us look at next example. Two vessels contain milk and water in the ratio 2:3 and 3:5. So there are like two vessels where you have milk to water ratio. In the first vessel it is like 2:3 and the next vessel it is like 3:5. If both these vessels are mixed in the ratio 3:4, now it is like 3:4 ratio. In the previous question it's like just 1:1, 1:1, 1:1. Now it's like 3:4. Find the ratio of milk and water in the new mixture. Yes, if it is like 3:4, it's not a problem. So 2 plus 3, this will be like 5 parts. 3 plus 5, this will be like 8 parts. Now what I told you, multiply below difference above, multiply above and below. Now it's like 8 parts, so multiply this with 8. Now this is like 5, multiply this with 5. And look here, now the question is not about 1:1 ratio. Now the question is saying it's like 3:4 ratio. As it is 3:4 ratio, multiply this with 3 and multiply this with 4. And then you can cancel it. Now what happened, when your multiplication is done, you can cancel them as well. Now 4 goes in 8 2 times, that is like 8, 4 2 times, this will be like 8. So nothing is going to cancel here. Now you can multiply this. 2 into 3, 6. 6 2s, 12. Next 6 3s, 18. Next this is like 5. 5 3s, 15. Next 5 5s, 25. So we can say that 12 plus 15, this will be 27. Next 8 plus 5, this will be 13. 2 plus 1 plus 3, this will be 43. So we can say that the ratio will be 27:43. Even if it is like 3:4 ratio, 4:5 ratio, 5:6 ratio, it's not a problem. Again, you'll follow the same concept, but the thing is like when you're doing the calculation finally, multiply the ratio with whatever that was given. As it is given 3:4, multiply this with 3 and multiply this with 4. When you do the calculation, you'll be getting a resultant ratio. Then you can add them as usual, whatever you're doing till now. Let us look at one more example. Next question. Two vessels contains milk and water in the ratio 5:9 and 7:11. So you have milk to water ratio, two vessels. In the first vessel ratio is like 5:9. In the next vessel ratio is like 7:11. And the question said that they were mixed in the ratio 4:3. Now you are supposed to find what is the ratio of milk and water in the new mixture. 5 plus 4. Now 5 plus 9, this will be 14 parts. Next 7 and 11. 7 and 11, this will be 18. Multiply below one above, above one below. So if you multiply this one, this will be 18. And if you multiply this one, this will be 14. And it was said that ratio, what about the ratio? The ratio is saying like 4:3 ratio. So this is like 4 and this is like 3. Now what happened? 3 6 times, this will be 18. And next what happened? 2 goes over here 2 times and 2 goes over here 7 times and no more cancellations. So when you calculate 6 into 2, 12. 12 5 times, this will be 60 ratio. 12 into 9. So 12 into 9, this will be 108. In the similar way, 7 into 7, this will be 49. Next 7 into 11, this will be 77. If you add this 60 plus 49, this will be 109. Next, 8 plus 7, this will be 15, so this is 5 and 1 carry. 11 plus 7, this will be 18. So we can say that ratio of the new resultant mixture of milk and water is nothing but 109:185. Simple thing, even if you're having different ratio, you can simply do is like, this is like 18 parts, this is 14 parts. As this is 18, multiply the above one with 18. As this is 14, multiply the below one with 14. As it is 4:3, multiply with 4 and multiply with 3. So you can cancel them. After the cancellation, you can directly multiply the ratio, and once you get the resultant ratio, you can add them, so that you'll be coming across what would be the ratio in the new mixture. Let's look at next question. 2 vessels contains 3 liquids, zinc, copper, tin. So I have like zinc, copper and tin. Now the ratio is like 2:3:4. Now initially there is like vessel 1 2:3:4, and the next vessel the ratio is like 1:2:5, and it was said that if they are mixing the ratio 9:8, find the ratio of 3 liquids in the new mixture. Now if they are mixing the ratio 9:8, now it's clear, 2 plus 3 plus 4, now this will be 9 parts. And if you look here, 1, 2, 5, this will be 8 parts. Now what happened? Multiply the above one with below, that is like 8, that is parts, and multiply the below one with above parts, that is like 9. And the question said that they were mixed in the ratio, in what ratio? They were mixed in the ratio 9:8. So 9:8. Now what happened? 9 into 8, 9 into 8 gets cancelled. We can simply directly add those numbers, and it is anyway cancelled. Now what happens? The ratio will remain same, that is like 2, 3, 4, and this will be 1, 2, 9. Why? Because they got cancelled. Now instead of writing again like 2, 3, 4, you can directly add here itself. 2 plus 1, this will be 3. 3 plus 2, this will be 5. 4 plus 5, this will be 9. So we can say that the resultant new mixture ratio will be 3:5:9. Now why we are adding directly here itself is like, why? Because this is 8:9, this is 9:8. As they got cancelled, anyway it will be 1, 1. Now 1 multiplied with the ratio is going to remain same. So that is the reason what we have done is like we are directly adding 2 plus 1 3, 3 plus 2 5, 4 plus 5 9. So we can say that resultant mixture ratio will be 3:5:9. The ratio of milk water in 3 containers of equal capacity is 3:2, 7:3 and 11:4 respectively. The content of 3 containers are mixed together. What is the ratio of milk and water after mixing? Now the question is like with respect to 3 vessels. So with respect to 2 vessels, already we have discussed in the previous examples. Now it was said like milk to water. So milk to water, in the first vessel the ratio is like 3:2, and in the next vessel ratio is like 7:3, and in the next vessel ratio is like 11:4. Now they are asking, if all these 3 are mixed in a large container, what is the ratio? Now 3 plus 2, this will be 5 parts. Next 7 into 3, this will be like 10. 11 plus 4, now this will be 15. Now this is like 5 parts, this is 10 parts, and this is 15 parts. You can take the LCM 5, 10 and 15. 5, 10 and 15, we can say that LCM is 30. If LCM is 30, this is 5. If need to be 30, I need to multiply this with 6. Next, this is 10. If need to be 30, I need to multiply this with 3. This is 15. If it need to be 30, I need to multiply this with 2. Once I do this multiplication, everything will be 30, 30, 30, so that I can multiply the ratios directly as what I have done in the previous examples. Now, what happened? 6 into 3, 18. 6 into 2, 12. In the similar way, 3 sevens, 21. Next, 3 threes, 9. Next, 2 11s, 22. Next one, 2 fours, 8. Now what happens here? 22 plus 18, this will be 40. 40 plus 21, this will be 61. So this will be 61. 12 plus 8, 20. 20 plus 9, 29. So we can say that the new mixture ratio will be 61:29. Again, it's like simple thing. You have taken the parts and we came to know it's like 5 parts, 10 parts and 15 parts. You take the LCM of these numbers. Once you take the LCM of these numbers, we'll make it as all 30, 30, 30. So once you make it, then you can directly take the ratio and you can add the quantity of milk and you can add the quantity of water, so that you will be coming across the resultant mixture value. So ratio will be 61:29. Next example, 3 vessels each of 43.8 liters capacity, mixture of milk and water is filled. The ratio of milk and water are 2:3, 3:4, 1:2. So it was saying that milk to water ratio is like 2:3. Next it is like 3:4. 4. Next it's like 1:2, and it was said like each of 43.8 liter capacity, but it's not a matter here whether it's like 43.8 liters or it's like 20 liters or 40 liters. It's not a matter. The ratio is like, it's important, 2:3, 3:4 and 1:2. Now what happens, like all these three vessels are emptied in a single large vessel. What is the ratio of milk and water in the resultant mixture? Now what happens, like all these three are mixed in large container in the equal quantity. It's like 1:1:1. Now we are supposed to find what is the resultant mixture. Now this 2 plus 3, this will be 5. 7 plus 4, this 3 plus 4, this will be 7. Next 1 plus 2, this will be like 3. Either you can take the LCM or you can follow as whatever we have said in the previous examples. Now if it is like 5, what you will do is like you multiply with the below one, that is like 7 and 3. So into 7 into 3 into, and this is 7, multiply with 5 and 3. This is like 5 into 3. And this is 3, multiply with 5 and 7. This will be 5 into 7. So if you calculate this one, 7 is 21. 21 2 times, this will be 42. Next 21 3 times, 21 3 times, this will be 63. Next 5 into 3, 15. 15 3 times, this will be 45. Next 15 4 times, this will be 60. 5 7 35. 35 into 1, this will be 35. 35 into 2, this will be 70. Now you can add all of them together. 45 plus 35, this will be 80. 80 plus 42, this will be 122. This is 122. 70 plus 60, this will be 130. 130 plus 63, this will be 193. So we can say that the resultant mixture ratio will be 122:193. Three containers having their volumes in the ratio 3:4:5. They are full of mixtures of milk and water. The mixtures contain milk and water in the ratio 4:1, 3:1 and 5:2 respectively. The content of all these containers are poured into a fourth container. The ratio of milk and water in the fourth container is, so I have three containers. The ratio is not 1:1:1, it is like 3:4:5, and it was said like they are having like 4:1 ratio, 3:1 ratio, 5:2 ratio. Now all these are mixed in a large container. What is the ratio? Now it was said like milk to water. So milk to water in the first vessel ratio is like 4:1. In the next one it is like 3:1. In the next one it is like 5:2. Now what happened? 4 plus 1, this will be 5 parts. 3 plus 1, this will be 4 parts. 5 plus 2, this will be 7 parts. As this is 5, multiply this with 4 and 7. Now multiply this with into 4 into 7. Next, as this is 4, multiply this with 5 and 7. So this is 5 into 7. As this is 7, multiply this with 5 and 4. So multiply this with 5 and 4. And this question said like the ratio of this mixture is like the volumes were in the ratio 3:4:5. There is like 3:4:5. Now it is like 3:4:5. Now what happened? 4 cancels here one time, 4 cancel here one time, 4 cancel here one time. So 4 gets cancelled here. Any more cancellations? No more cancellations. So we can say that this is like 7 3 is 21. 21 into 4, this will be 84 is 2. 21 into 1, this will be 21. Next one. 5 7 is 35. 35 3 times. 35 3 times, this will be 105 is 2. 35 one time, this will be 35. Next, it is like 5 5 times 25. 25 5 times, this will be 125 is 2. 25 2 times, this will be 15. Now if you add these numbers, 125 plus 105, this will be 230. 230 plus 84, this will be like 314. So 230 plus 84, this will be 314. Next, what happened? This will be like 6. This will be like 106. 106. Now what happens here? 2 goes over here. 2 goes over here 157 times, and 2 goes over here 53 times. So we can say that the ratio is nothing but 157 is to 53. This will be your ratio. So let us look at next question. Next question. 3 containers ABC are having the mixtures of milk and water in the ratio 1:5, 3:5 and 5:7. So it is having like milk water ratio. In the first one it is like 1:5. In the next one ratio is like 3:5. In the next one ratio is like 5:7. and it was said like they were mixed into a large container in the ratio 5:4:5. What is the mixture of all the three containers? Now if you look here, 1 plus 5, this is 6 parts. 3 plus 5, this will be 8 parts. Next 5 plus 7, now this will be 12 parts. You can take LCM or you can multiply here, 6, 8 and 12. So if 6, 8 and 12, you can say LCM is 48. If LCM is 48, this will be 6, how many times? 6, 8 times 48. Now 8 how many times? This will be 6 times. And 12 how many times? This will be 4 times. So now the question is saying the ratio of them was nothing but 5:4:5. Now they are in the ratio 5:4:5. Now what happened? 4 cancels here one time, 4 cancels here one time, 4 cancels here 2 times. Now you can do the calculation. 2 into 5, 10. 10 into 1, this will be 10 is to 10 into 5, this will be 50. 6 into 3, 18. 6 into 5, 30. Next 5 into 5, 25. 5 into 7, this will be 35. Now what happened? 8 plus 5, this will be 13, so 1 carry and this will be 3. Now this will be 53 in the similar way. Now this will be 5, 3 plus 3, 6, 6 plus 5, this will be 11. So we can say that ratio will be 53:115. So the resultant mixture ratio will be 53:115. Let us look at next example. There are 3 mixtures contain milk and water. In the first mixture, milk is 40% of water, and in the second mixture, milk is 57.14% less than water, and in the third mixture, the ratio of milk and water is 5:1. If 25 liters of first mixture, 20 liters of second mixture, and 10 liters of third mixture are mixed together, then find the ratio of milk and water in the new mixture. Now in this question, the information was not direct, it was given in an indirect way. Now this question is like really important, so let us look at that. So first mixture contained milk 40%. So it is saying that milk is like 40%. We know that 40% is nothing but 2 by 5. It is saying that milk is 40%, which means milk is 2 parts. Out of 5 parts, milk is like 2 parts. If milk is 2 parts, then the remaining 3 parts should be water. So we can say that milk to water ratio in the first mixture. In the first mixture, milk to water ratio is nothing but 2:3. In the next mixture, it is saying that second mixture contain milk 57.14% less than water. Now 57.14% is nothing but 4 by 7. As it is saying milk is 57.14% less than the water, which means it is 4 parts less than the water. Now water is like 7 parts. If water is 7 parts, milk is like 4 parts less, which means milk will be 3 parts. So we can say that milk to water ratio will be 3:7. And next it was said that third mixture contain milk and water in the ratio 5:1. So third mixture contain milk and water ratio 5:1. Now it is said that from the first mixture 25 liters quantity is taken. From the first mixture 25 liters, and from the second mixture we are taking 20 liters of quantity, and from the third mixture we are taking the 10 liters of quantity. Now what happens is like if I calculate the ratio of the mixture that was taken, 5 goes here 5 times, 5 goes here 4 times, 5 goes here 2 times, which means what about is like they were taken in the ratio 5:4:2. Now they are saying like what is the final ratio of milk and water in the new mixture. So we need to find the final ratio of milk and water in the new mixture. So simple thing, 2 plus 3, how many parts? So 2 plus 3, this is like 5 parts. 3 plus 7, now this is going to be 10 parts. 5 plus 1, this is going to be 6 parts. Now 5, 10, 6, we can say that LCM of these numbers is nothing but 30. So if LCM is 30, 5 6 times that will be 30. So multiply this with 6. Next 10 3 times this will be 30. So multiply the whole equation with 3. 6 5 times this will be 30. So multiply this with 5. And the question said that 25 liters from first quantity, 20 liters from second one, and 10 liters from the third one it was taken, which means the ratio is like 5:4:2. So multiply this with 5, multiply this with 4, and multiply this with 2. Why? Because ratio is like 5:4:2. So 2 cancels here 1 time, 2 cancels here 2 times, and 2 cancels here 3 times. And if you observe here, no more cancellations, so simplify this. 3 5 times this will be 15. 15 2 times this will be 30. 15 3 times this will be 45. Next 3 2 times this will be 6. 6 3 times this will be 18. 6 7 times this will be 42. And next 5 5 times this will be 25. And 5 1 time this will be like 5. Now what happened? 8 plus 5, this will be 13. So 1 carry and this will be 3. So 1 plus 3, 4, 5, and this will be like 7. So we can say that this is 73. 45 plus 5, this will be 50. 50 plus 42, this is like 92. So we can say that the resultant mixture ratio will be 73:92. So simple example. So this is like really important. Next example, it was saying in this way. There are 3 mixtures contains milk and water. In the first mixture, milk is 37.5% of the mixture. So 37.5% is nothing but 3 by 8. It is saying that milk is 37.5%, which means milk is 3 parts out of total 8 parts, which means milk will be 3 parts. The remaining 5 parts will be like water. So we can say that milk to water ratio in the first mixture is going to be 3:5. Why? Because milk is like 3 parts out of total 8 parts. And the second mixture, it is saying that second mixture, milk is 28.56% less than water. 28.56% is nothing but 2 by 7. It is saying that 28.56% less. As it is less, it is saying that milk is 2 parts less than the water. Now water is like 7 parts, then milk should be 2 parts less, which is like 5 parts. So we can say that milk to water ratio in the second mixture is going to be 5:7. And next it is said that the third mixture milk to water ratio is nothing but 5:4. So third mixture milk to water ratio 5:4. And it is said that if 12.4 liters of first mixture, 15.5 liters of second mixture, and 9.3 liters of third mixture are taken. So from first mixture, it is said like 12.4 liters. So from first mixture, 12.4 liters is taken from first mixture, and from second mixture, 15.5 liters is taken from the second one, and the next one, it is said like 9.3 liters is taken from the third one. So, and if they are mixed together, then what is the final resultant milk to water ratio? Now calculate the ratio of the quantities that was taken. Now 3.1 goes here 4 times, 3.1 goes here 5 times, 3.1 goes here 3 times, which means they were mixed in the ratio 4:5:3. Now if you look here, 3 plus 5, this will be 8 parts. 5 plus 7, this will be 12 parts. 5 plus 4, this will be 9 parts. So 8, 12, 9. We can say that LCM is nothing but 72. If LCM is 72, 8, 9 times this will be 72. So this will be into 9. 12, 6 times this will be 72. So this will be into 6. And if you look here, 9, 8 times this will be 72. So this is going to be 8. And if you observe here, they are mixed in the ratio 4:5:3. So mix in the ratio 4:5:3. So 3 cancels here 1 time, 3 cancels here 2 times, and 3 cancels here 3 times. And if you observe here, 2 cancels here 2 times, 2 cancels here 1 time, and 2 cancels here 4 times, and no more cancellations. If you are going to simplify this one, 3 into 2, this will be 6. 6 3 times, 6 3 times this will be 18. 6 5 times, 6 5 times this will be 30. In the similar way, it is like 5 times this will be 25, and next 7 times this will be 35. In the similar manner, you have like 4 5 times this will be 20. 4 times this will be 16. So you need to find what is the resultant mixture ratio. Now 8 plus 5, this will be 13. So 1 carry and this will be 3. 2 plus 2 plus 2, this will be 6. So this is going to be 63. Now 5 plus 6, this will be 11. So 1 carry and this will be 1. So this will be 4 plus 4, 8. So this is like 8. Now what happened? 9 goes here 7 times, and 9 goes here 9 times. So we can say that the resultant mixture ratio is going to be 7:9. So simple thing, whatever that was given initially, it is like milk is going to be that is like 37.5%. 37.5% is like 3 by 8. So milk is like 3 parts, then the remaining balance 5 parts will be like water. And next it was said like milk is like 28.57% less than the water, which means 28.57% is like 2 by 7. Water is like 7 parts, then milk should be 2 parts less. So 2 parts less means 2 minus 7, this will be 5 parts. So once you calculate this, then finally you'll be coming up to the conclusion. These are like important questions. Now whatever the questions we are discussing, all these are nothing but the questions that were asked in previous examinations. Let us look at one more example. Next example, 3 vessels whose capacities are 3:2:1 are completely filled with milk and water mixtures. So it is saying like there are like 3 vessels whose capacities are in the ratio 3:2:1. Now they're filled with milk and water mixtures. The ratio of milk and water in the mixture of vessels are 5:2, 4:1, and 4:1 respectively. So it is saying that milk to water ratio in the first vessel, it is nothing but 5:2. In the second vessel, ratio is nothing but 4:1. In the third vessel, the ratio is nothing but 4:1. Now they are saying that find the percentage of water. It's not about finding the resultant mixture. It is asking us to find the percentage of water. So we are asked to find percentage of water. So we are asked to find the percentage of water. It's not about finding the resultant mixture ratio. Percentage of water. Obtain 1/3 of first, 1/2 of second, and 1/7 of third vessel are taken out and mixed. Okay, fine. We'll be following the same procedure. Now 5 plus 2, this is going to be 7 parts. 4 plus 1, this is going to be 5 parts. 4 plus 1, this is going to be 5 parts. Now either you can take the LCM or you can multiply these numbers. If I take the LCM 7 and 5, I can say that LCM for these numbers will be 35. Now 7 how many times? 5 times. So this will be like into 5. Now 5 how many times? 7 times. So this will be into 7. Now 5 how many times? 7 times. This will be into 7. Now if you observe here, they were mixed in the ratio 3:2:1. So 3:2:1. And if you observe, the question is saying that how much quantities are taken from the first quantity? 1/3 is taken. So from the first, it is saying that 1/3 of the quantity is taken from the first one, and 1/2 is taken from the second one, and is saying that 1/7 is taken from the third vessel. So 1/7 is taken from the third vessel. So if it is going to cancel, you can cancel those numbers. So 3 and 3 gets cancelled, 2 and 2 gets cancelled, 7 and 7 gets cancelled. Now if you observe this one, what happened? 5 into 5, this will be 25. Next 5 into 2, this will be 10. In the similar way, this will be 7 4 times 28, and 7 one time, this will be 7. And next you don't have anything here, so this will be simply 4:1. Now if you add all these numbers, 8 plus 4, this will be 12. 12 plus 5, this will be 17. So 1 carry and this will be 7. 12 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1, this will be like 5. So 57. So this will be like 18, which means the resultant mixture ratio will be 57:18. But the question is not about what the resultant mixture. The question is about like percentage of water in the mixture. Now if you look here, you came to know that milk is like 57 parts and water is like 18 parts. As I need to find the percentage of water quantity, water is like 18 parts out of 57 plus 18, that is nothing but 75 parts. As I need to know the percentage of water, so into 100. So what happened? 25 goes here 4 times and 25 goes here 3 times. So 3 how many times? 3 6 times 18. So 6 into 4, we can say that water quantity in the mixture, that is nothing but 24% of water. So simple thing. So you'll be following the same procedure, but what happened is like 1/3 of the quantity is taken from first mixture, 1/2 of the quantity is taken from second mixture, and 1/7 is taken from the third mixture. So once you calculate, you will be coming across the resultant milk to water ratio. Once you know the resultant milk to water ratio, they are asking us to find percentage of water. Once you find the percentage of water, we'll come to the percentage of water will be like 24%. Okay, so whatever we are discussing, all these are nothing but questions that were asked in previous examinations. Okay, next example. The ratio of milk and water in 4 vessels are 1:2, 3:2, 7:3, and 1:5. Now the question is about 4 vessels, it's not about 3 vessels. So it is saying that milk to water ratio. So 4 vessels we have where milk to water ratio. In the first vessel, ratio is like 1:2. In the second vessel, ratio is like 3:2. In the third vessel, ratio is like 7:3. And in the fourth vessel, ratio is like 1:5. Now what happens is like the ratio of the capacity of all these vessels are in the ratio 1:3:2:4. Now what happens is like they were in the ratio 1:3:2:4. So 1:3:2:4. Now they're saying like if all these containers are mixed in a 5th container, then what would be the resultant milk to water ratio? So simple, you will take the LCM. Now 1 plus 2, this is going to be 3 parts. 3 plus 2, this is going to be 5 parts. 7 plus 3, this is going to be 10 parts. 1 plus 5, this is going to be 6 parts. Now if you take LCM for these numbers is going to be 30. If LCM is 30, 3 10 times is going to be 30. So this is going to be into 10. 5 6 times is going to be 30. So this is going to be into 6. 10 3 times is going to be 30. So this is going to be into 3. 6 5 times it is going to be 30. So it's going to be into 5. Now what happened? They were mixed in the ratio 1:3:2:4. So mixed in the ratio 1:3:2:4. Now what happened? 4 cancels here how many times? That is like 2 cancels here 2 times. 2 cancels here 1 time, 2 cancels here 3 times, 2 cancels here 5 times. And if you observe here, no more cancellations. If you simplify this one, what happened? 5 1 times 5, 5 2 times, this will be 10. In the similar way, 3 into this will be like 9. 9 3 times is going to be 27, and 9 2 times it's going to be 18. In the similar way, this is like 3. So 3 7 times is going to be 21, and 3 3 times it is going to be 9. And if you look here, 5 2 times it's like 10. So 10 1 time this will be like 10, and 10 5 times it is going to be 50. Now if you calculate the resultant ratio, 5 plus 7 this will be 12, 12 plus 1 this will be 13, so 1 carry and this will be 3. So 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1 this will be like 63. So if you look here, 8 plus 9 is going to be 17, so 1 carry and this is going to be 7. So 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 5, this is going to be 87. Now what happened? 3 cancels here. 3 cancels how many times? 3 cancels here 21 times, and 3 cancels here 29 times. So we can say that the resultant mixture ratio is nothing but 21:29. Now whether it is like 2 vessels or 3 vessels or 4 vessels or 5 vessels, the concept is like simple. The only thing is like you just need to know the parts and you need to make these parts equal. If you need to make these parts equal, you just need to take LCM of these numbers. Once you take the LCM of these numbers, and if you multiply them with the resultant values, then automatically the parts will equal. Once the parts are equal, you can directly add the milk quantity and you can directly add the water quantity, so that you'll be coming across what would be the answer for that. Okay, hope you guys have enjoyed this session. If you think that this session is helpful for you, and if you need more of such interesting and smart logics, then please subscribe to our channel and click on the bell icon so that you'll be getting the notification once the video is uploaded. And I need all you guys to share this video with as many friends as possible. Try to share these videos with your friends, family members, your Facebook groups and WhatsApp groups as well, so that it will be a real boost up for me in the next upcoming videos. Thank you. Have a nice day. Meet in the next session.